just on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare. But when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, I'm so tired tonight, I'm falling asleep when I'm home. When I'm there's no way to go, no one that can see through at the side of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the fear. Just out of reach of desire, was not aware of the start of hell. But when I stop to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, race fans. How y'all doing tonight? Well, we got Talladega. That's right. Super Speedway action. Here's about the takeaway on the Clean Racing League. Now, the question begs to differ. Is it going to be clean tonight? Because it is Talladega. And guess what? I'm going to roll her on over here for you. Get ready, get set. These bad boys are going to grid up. We're going to look at it here tonight because, man, got a pretty good field. One thing about this league, there is no fast fixes. And it looks like, Ken Aylin's going to put it on pole here tonight. Woo! I'm excited. Y'all excited? Ready for some racing. Get a show on the road. So if there is some cautions, how many of you think they're going to be tonight? Let me hear it out there in the chat. Always curious to hear who your favorite driver is, who you're pulling for. You know, stuff like that. Let me know. Like to see who everybody out there is rooting for. If you like, hit the likes and shares. The league appreciate it. We're going racing. Be a good one here tonight. Clean Racing League. Bringing this thing on to a Talladega style, 2x2, side by side, nose to tail style racing. You know, usually I used to say no holds barred, but we'll see what happens tonight. Okay. Guys, about to grid them up here. Everybody get on the starting line. We got 29 out here. Right. Now, there's kind of a give and take here. I mean, 70 laps is a little bit here on a super speedway. It's usually not a lot in any other area. But here on the super speedway, yes. Kind of goes, you know. But anything can happen. You don't want to take yourself out. Patience still is a thing here. Patience. Be there at the end. Gotta be there at the end. Gotta be there. Well, it's been a good season so far here at Clean Racing League, and they have definitely lived up to their name. Had an outstanding race last week, Browning Racing League at Gateway. His boys went flag to flag. Got some of the drivers out here too, probably. Let's see. Let's see if Brown's out here. Yep, there's Brown. Got a couple trucks did not grid up. Timothy Cook, Shane Cajon, Trevor Ryan, Tom Richard. But you know what? Here's the thing about Talladega and Daytona. Oh, and also we got the new damage model, by the way. So if we do see some wrecks, we're going to see some parts flying. I always love saying it. Get some virtual parts on eBay. Base cars ducking off. One big thing about Talladega as opposed to Daytona. Talladega, the start finish line is almost right past the tri-oval. You got a long line you got to go to get there. As opposed to Daytona, it's right there in the beginning. Here we go, green flag. This is what you don't want to do. Get jumped out too far. If you get jumped out too far, guess what? They're gonna reel you in like a big, big ball. And look at that, yeah, the double O, he got out there. He got in line though, that was a good job. Got in line. If not, he could have got freight trains from that outside. Now he's looking through the outside just a little bit. Still single file on the inside. Alin's leading the way. Here comes the high line though. Who's bringing the high line to light? The 88 machine up there. Is that Mike? No, 52 drops up. Alin says, I want to take the top side. Ryan says, no. Whoa, Alin might be doing the drop back to the back routine. You know what? I'm going to sit back here for a while. And that's a strategy some guys will take. Let me just sit back to the back. Don't want to get up front, battle too much. Want to ride around here. See that outside lane coming to life? Good looking trucks, by the way, out here. A little further on back. We talked about the guys that started on pit road. Tom Richard and company. You can do that. I have seen folks win starting off pit road, on pole, starting in the middle, back, on pit road, like I said, 2 laps down. I've seen it done. So it can be done. Get a couple cautions your way, guess what? Boom. Good to go. Right now, everybody's kind of patient up front. You got Dominique. He's looking strong. Right there in the strong machine. That's Dominique Rosie. All Tice right there with him. Now, I've always said these races, anybody can win. Let me know who your favorite driver is. Go ahead. Don't be shy out there now. Right on board here. Dak. On the outside by himself. Need to check my Yoda cameras. All right. Right here with Mike. And he's going to let the man come in. No problem. Just being patient. Call it textbook drafting right now. Everybody's got about a hood, a half a hood, maybe half car length too, but I'd say about a hood to half a hood. Don't need to be on the back bumper yet. Get on that back bumper, and you can overheat your truck. You don't want to do that. You'll see that about 10 to go. Yeah, these boys, they'll put it to the line then. It won't matter. Blow her up. Let her eat. What we call it. Right now, Dominique is the man. Looking strong. The 88 pushing pretty hard. That's old Joe Culp. I'm going to say Joe Culp. It's got J Culp. Now he backs off a little bit. It's just a little early. A couple areas you don't want to do any bump drafting right now. In the turn, out of the turn, and boy, I tell you what. Woo, the 52 machine there, Alin. He skinned the cat, got in the middle too. Wow. You don't want to bump in the turn, out of the turn, through the turn, tri-ovals. Not yet. Maybe about last lap, 2 to go, sure. Put it on the back bumper and tell them to hang on. Right now, not so much. There's Justin Carey. Baltice blinked out. Carey looking good in that outlaw machine. Old Brown back here. Brown's got his red Old Spice. Well, he smells good at least. At least he ain't got the corn hub. Or knowing him, he's going to come out with something weird one day. Coming out with like Old Spice corn or something. I don't know. No, who knows with him? Old corn. Who knows? Tucked right behind him. It's only double file up front. By single file in the back. Mohar. He's right here in the 23rd, just hanging out. Because these guys are in the back, don't mean they're out of it yet. Chicken pit. Gotta get a side of that one. Look at that chicken pit. What does he got on the hood? Oracle chicken like that. Man got chicken. Meanwhile, up front, they're still nose to tail, side by side. Dominic, Ryan, Colt, kind of gliding right now. Then what they could get to. Being patient, flicking some laps off. Remember, no fast fixes here. You wreck it, you're done. You hit the wall here at this one. Woo! You hit the wall here, and it's a slapper. Meanwhile, you're still side by side, you see it. Loving it. Right now, still going door to door. Sykes, Daniel, Alan, Bray. All Tyson Company back here. They just maintaining side by side. No pressure, no pressure. Mike McCreek right here with them. So again, just being out here patient. Talladega is one of these tracks where at the beginning you ride and then it gets chaotic as it goes. Gotta look, here comes the tide machine. He's gonna try to wash him up. Bringing the top lane to life too, look at him. That's Michael Dunn. He's got a sharp looking machine. A throwback to Darrell Waltrip's days. Love it. Dunn right now trying to bring the high lane to life. Just can't get enough muster to pull it up there. Even though he's getting pushed right now. A little early, I think, for some pushing like that. You see it down low too, and then the 8 machine there of Ryan. And you can tug just a little bit. You don't want to tug too much though. Get up there, next thing you know, bam, done. Wrecking. Riding on board here. Watch them temperatures too. Maybe he wants to get to the lead. Maybe that's what he wants. Some guys, man, want to go to the lead. Some want to just stay behind. And, oh, boy. Done. About became done right there. Too many more moves like that. You know, I look at it as, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be out in the lead right now. There's another throwback to old Darrell Waltrip days. Way back there, too, man. That 007 up there, I believe it is. Is that it? Yep, 017. Another throwback, Darrell Waltrip. Couple throwbacks, Darrell Waltrip's up front. Nice. That's side by side. Here comes old, looks like, I think that's Bray up there. Yep. Pit stops. Well, you need help. You do not want to come on pit road. But actually, looks like he's just going to drop back. Call piss. He led a couple laps. I think he's taking the approach of, you know what, I'm going to just fall on back. Fall too fast, you'll lose a draft. Catch it. But there's some guys that want to just get up here, kind of lead a little bit, go, and no, there's a wreck. I knew it was about to happen, and man, there goes a lot of trucks. A lot of good trucks. Wow. Are you kidding? Well, let's go back up here and kind of dissect some of this. Started up front. Wow. Started with Bray. Back and see if we can't check, see what happened. Bump draft gone wrong. Maybe an invasive move. I don't know. We'll watch right here and see. We'll kind of maybe slow it down and check it out. Oh, yeah. He went on the inside and then just caught him. And then caught the leader. 62's around. Those two go to the wall. Next thing you know, boom, and it's just a chain reaction from there. Wow. Done trying to stop. You got trucks everywhere. Caution out, first time. That was crazy. Bad thing. A lot of trucks tore up. Gotta watch some of them moves. They get you. Ray looks like he might be able to. Okay, I don't think he did anything. That might be his saving grace. Watch it one more time. Right there, the truck behind him, the 94. Just bad move. Went on the inside. Not quite sure, and then I don't know if he got bumped in the back, but the thing about Bray is he just went straight through the grass. The other truck right there with him. Didn't hit anything. Him and the 109. Bray came out of there untouched. Come back in. Might have a little bit of optional, but that's about it. Caution first time here, Talladega. But I think he's okay. Got a lot of trucks that aren't. That one. Stuck. Missing the whole front end of that thing. Yeah, that one won't be any good. His drafting days are done. Might have a fast fix. Oh. Got some on pit road here. Oh. Either way, if they do have a fast fix, a lot of these guys just used it. That guy out there on the front, look at that. Shane, Cajon. Looks like they put a different bumper on it. Slapped the spare bumper on that thing. Okay, caution's out.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
What we're gonna have here, Talladega. Let's see what we got. Light still on the pace car. About to go back green. Get buggy. I think it's going to be a good one here, Talladega style. Really haven't had too bad of luck so far. It's a pretty good long green flag run there. Not bad. It happens. We knew Talladega was just going to be one of these tracks where, well, things happen. Lights off on the pace car. Here we go. On back green. On the bad stretch here. Up top. Out front, got Shane and Chris Smith. On the caution the first time here tonight. Just tuning in. Went green. All the way up here. Big collision up front. Got a lot of guys. These cars about to duck off on pit road. Like everybody's just going to go inside here. I love that. That long, small march. Our finish line.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag. Don't jump out too far there, Yeti. Get out there too far, guess what? They'll reel you back in real quick. You're like a little small fish being drugged back in. That pack's coming. They're hungry. A lot of drag and muscle. Are they going to just stay behind you or are they going to come right by you? Oh, he got a shot down on the inside. And the 11 machine there, Shane just had, he couldn't do anything, but he's got help coming to the high side. Still, everybody drops down low. You can just see by just going to the top like he did how far back he falls. Meanwhile, just everybody kind of single file, being patient. Gotta love the patience. Got him up high, down low. Shane's just falling off the pace bad. Oh, truck almost in the wall back there. He's wiggly. Hang on to that thing. That was a Bronco Bull. Yeah, that thing all kind of sideways. Meanwhile, still out front, Zach getting it done. Woo! Pepto-Bismol machine there, Alpine. Drove it really hard down the inside. Guys are just trying to get what they can get. Say they had to have a fast fix. I think you probably put one in for this race. Normally they don't, but I think on the plate tracks they do. Gotta give them something. Far so good. By just being a lenient, patient, playing it by ear. Side by side still. Good running, clean. What they call a clean racing league. Check them out at cleanracingleague.net. Daniel Sykes, Zach Duscher. I hope it's Duscher. Oh, it probably isn't, but yeah, Zach. Chris Smith. Some of these names, man. I'm trying to get them, folks. Trying. Killing me. We'll get them. Still side by side racing. Got a 2x2 race going on. That 94 machine from earlier kind of slipped up. Says 94. Lap down. What cars are still on pit road? Dunn. Dunn's on pit road again? Wow. Bray's on pit road again? Not sure why Bray's on pit road. Guess if you're off the pace that much, you might as well. Everybody just single file. Riding for the moment. Being patient. Clean racing here. Remember, they got some rules here, though. You cause a caution. Get EOLs. Also suspensions and points taken away. They really emphasize clean racing here at the Clean Racing League. And I like that. They really push that, envelope. What is your number one thing you like about this league? I like the fact that, hey, look, when they say they're clean, they're clean. Who you got? Boy, it looks like those top two trucks trying to bring it alive. That's Justin Carey trying to bring the high side. If he had some help, he might be able to get it done. I mean, he probably could be able to. He's got help behind him. It all depends on how much those guys in front of him work. And here comes the 14. Smith says, I'll come up here and help y'all guys out. No problem. Just hang on. The high line comes to life. Chris Smith bring it up to the top. Down low comes Sykes, leading it all. So back up front. Steele. You got 3 trucks high and a slew of them down low. Everybody's just patient right now. You don't want to press the issue. Still earlier in this race. Nice. Right now, those 3 trucks up there, they're holding their own against a whole stack full. Well, it's only about 5 trucks down low because we're broke up in a little bit of pack in the back here. Not quite sure what they're doing. Back here having their own little race. Trevor Ryan and company. Well, I'll tell you, that right there is a pile up. Meanwhile, Chris Smith did get the lead, but here comes the high line. They're coming fast on the lap truck. The lap truck holds his lane. Good job, Bray. I mean, Bray got turned, and unfortunately, he has paid a hefty price here in this race. Look at this high line come to life. Turner says, I'm coming to the front. Is he going to leave his dancing partner? Or is his dancing partner going to stay high? He thought about it for a second. Then I don't know. And he said, no. You know, I talked about qualifying, how you can win. Well, Turner, 21 positions, 18 for Ryan, 16 there for Cook. But in the top 4, 3 of the drivers, 15 positions up. Tim Cook now dropping back. Because he's up on that high lane right now. Like I said, don't be shy out there. Let me hear who you got. A little work coming up top there to help him out. Looks like Justin Carey. I always like the high. Well, never mind. That was short-lived. He came up there for a second and said, whoop, I'm going back down. Tom Richard. Trying to drive this thing to the front also. 28 into this one. Talladega style. Turner looks like he just wants to stay out front. Some folks are that way. Up front. Whoa, Trevor Ryan came out front. Hold on to it. Held on to it for a moment. Smith and company up front. Carey, Sykes, Zach. Like you just don't stay out front for very long here. Get up front, guess what? Somebody pushes out the way or just decides, you know, this is not where I want to ride at for right now. Some guys don't like to ride up front. They don't like that. I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Insecurity? You know, you're just up here riding. You know, you got a whole slew of guys behind you that would just love to take that spot away from you. Yeah. Up front, 2x2, got Ryan and Smith. Oh, looks like the Pennzoil machine might have lost a little bit of draft. He could catch a side draft, though. That's one thing you'll be able to catch here. They implemented that in iRacing. I didn't see too many parts go flying. What's up, Cook? 24, great job. That's right, Timothy Cook's looking pretty good. He's up to 8, just being patient right now. I mean, that's a good spot to just ride. No need to push it. Still early. 33, we're not quite halfway. A couple more laps will be halfway. You know, just be patient. This race, man, can be a long one. Can be a long one. You just want to be patient. You get up here and battle like these guys, but stuff like that right there, and next thing you know, get in trouble. You already saw the big one happen up front, kind of mini big one anyways, happen, and it was up front with the leaders. So not the safest place always to be. Neither is the back. That's neither here nor now. Kane right now Like he's the first car lap down. Pit stops? No. Guys just dropping back to the back. Maybe pit stops. Wow. Okay. Everybody's still grouped up. And the good thing here is Justin came in with a couple trucks. That's what you want to do on green flag stops. You don't want to come in here by yourself. That's a death sentence. Gotta have help. Look at this madhouse. Ryan up front along with Zach. Mike along with it. Looks like we got a couple new guys out here. Everybody likes Talladega week. Everybody comes out for it. Now we got more pit stops. Look at this. That swings it back up here at the front. Pushing back out front. Here we go. Kind of split up just a little bit up here. You got Zach and company with them. Ryan's there. Trevor Ryan. So you got Ryan, can't really pronounce his last name. Wainin. All right, more guys coming on pit road. It looks like green flag pit stops here. Lap 37. Kind of a patient race so far. Had the one caution. Too bad after that. Alright, leaders on pit road. Coming in a screeching. Ryan, Cook and Company. Ooh, a little bit of mishap right there on Cook's part going in his pit box. That little bit of having to hesitate. Could hurt him, maybe a position or so. Yeah, it's going to hurt him maybe one. Not bad. He's still going to get out with some guys. That's what he needs. Got to get out with you don't want to get trapped, not have help. That's the worst thing. You got to have a strategy. Looks like Cook got out pretty good. He might be able to hook on the back end of these two guys here. They're pretty far out. He's about a half second back. Problem is, about a second and a half back from this group. Go to the high side blimpy cam. Yeah, Cook might be in a bad position. Yeah, he can hook on the back bumper of those guys. He's close enough to do it. Now, the worst thing Cook could do in this situation is try to go to the outside. You need to just hook up to the back end of them, and y'all need to push like crazy. Y'all got a pretty good lead. Well, I did say you got a pretty good lead until now. Those guys back there are going to run you down. Never mind. Now, if Cook could get help, see those guys coming real fast? Well, it's still a little too late now, because they're going to just come right on by. Yeah, good job by Cook just to stay where he's at. Did not want to press that issue real hard. That's just the draft. I think Cook, man, did what he needed to do. Stay right there. That was a good strategy by his end. Some guys would have probably tried to jump up top. Because you can even see 33, he might get down low. That number 34 machine there, Tom, would have closed that gap up a little quicker. That might not have worked out for him, but I tell you what, I like that paint job at Paul's paint job. Look at that thing. Wow. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. Something life. Trying to read it. Hammer on the bottom. So it's life something hammer. Cool paint job though. We'll give him credit. A lot of good paint jobs out here. Well, if you like the truck action tonight, we got more truck action tomorrow night as the asphalt guys turn it up. Paul Buchanan right now. Ryan. So Buchanan trying to push what he can. Paul pushing hard. Ryan's going with it. Still side by side, duking it out. And surprisingly, even after that green flag pit stop, the whole field still stacked up. 24 to go. You start thinking about maybe where you want to be at. It is still real too early for that, though. Still too early. Ball out front. Richard there with him. Ryan. You got Trevor Ryan and Ryan. Got the two Ryan guys up front. Zach's hanging with him. Mike. Still just steady. Ride right here with old Zach. Watch him as he modulates that wheel. Very smooth, don't he? Got the do machine in front of him. Constantly wide open here. He gets up here on the back bumper. Just maybe cracks that car. Or he's dragging the brake one. There's two ways to slow this truck down. Me personally, now here's another thing. I don't want to blink. But there's two ways to slow it down, and we'll get into something else I'm going to talk about here. There's two ways to slow this truck down. Crack the throttle. I don't like, because trying to get this thing back, momentum up, might crack it too much. Can't get it wound back up. Or drag the brake. Basically keep it to the floor. Just, you know, slightly bring the brake. That's going to bring her down stopping too. Go to somebody else, because he's going bad. I like though where he's at. Let's hear on fault. Good run up on the back end. Now another thing I talk about, you see these guys kind of diving down on the inside, then where they're at. All they see is that big spoiler in front of them. This is one thing I hated about, or I don't want to say hated, but did not like about being on the inside. He's a little far off right now, not too bad, but if he was close, he would not be able to see that inside lane coming into that turn. Sometimes you get on that apron, it can upset this truck. Guess what? Shoot you up the track, right to the guy beside of you. Next thing you got a wreck. As opposed to, here we go. Outside here with Ryan, he can see, you see, he sees out there, he sees way out there in the front. He can see where that yellow line is and where to go. Doesn't quite have to look at the back bumper all the time of anything, even if he was behind somebody. But yeah, top lanes where I always like being, bottom lane, I don't know. It's just tough to see what's going on in that bottom lane. I guess it's scientific. Who knew? Still back out front. I got high lanes not giving up. You got 2 trucks, 3 trucks up there. Them try to get a little side draft going. Side draft does work here on iRacing. You don't want to do that much side drafting. Woo! It's called door slapping. Get up there and do that, next thing you know, you're wrecking. It is too early yet. Get up there and start racing like that. Don't want to wreck. I mean, the side draft works. It's a little early to do some pushing, too. He's not leaving his... Oh, boy! It's been making me nervous, man. My anxiety's going to go through the roof. That right there was close. Good driving. Close. That's as close as you'll get without having a wreck. Huge pile up. Zach still with them. Ryan's along. Side by side. 2 trucks high. Got a freight train down low. Coming up on some other lap trucks back there in the back. It's actually way back here with Jeremy Moore, Nathan Brown and company. Way off the pace. Sykes, Garcia. Sometimes it happens like that. You just get out of the rhythm. Done. Still everybody up front just maintaining pace wise. Being careful. 20 to go here. Clean Racing League. Check them out to cleanracing.net. Get all your information from them. The website. If you're looking for a good league, check these guys out. Clean Racing League. They got, again, I can't reiterate it. They live up to their name. Clean Racing League. I mean, they're going to have some cautions. It's okay. Have a few bump ups here and there. That's okay. But for the most part, they are clean. Oh, Ed out here's got a good league. Appreciate Ed letting me come up here and do this thing. First season here with these guys. Love it. Thank you. And it has been a good one so far. A lot of good racing. So top 10. All right there. Nose to tail. You go back to 11th and all. This is the second pack. They're back behind them 40 seconds. Wow. Just off the pace. Nothing they can do. Maybe line up and hope. You know, caution would do it. I want to see this thing go green. Now, these guys don't want to be the caution because then it's just not going to benefit them. 18 to go. What can we say? Other than, wow. Still 2, 4, 5, 6 machines here in the back. Damn, you still out there? Cook's still looking good in 6th. Just riding right now. Zach still holding the fort down up front. That is not where I want to be, though. That is, even though right now it's calm, it's calm before the storm. You know that old saying? So even though it's calm right now, no. Let's old Twain got on the side of that truck. Goose Island. Wait. There's a beer company. Wait. Goose Island. I know we're up here making noise. All right, pit stops. This might be the final ones of the race here. Very important. And the top 3 did not pit. Wow. Did not come in with this pack. It could be huge. Richard's there. A lot of guys just getting fuel. That's another thing here. You do not need to take tires at this track. Tires are not the most important thing here. I mean, you might as well take 2 while you're there. But 4 tires on a green flag stop is something you're just not going to do. And these guys come around now. Here comes the top 3 leaders. Okay. If it's going to, push Trevor Ryan back around to the stop here. Get the 11's going to get one of his laps back from 2 machine. Trevor Ryan right there. Got help from Richard. This should be the last pit stop, 14 to go. And that's still a lot of time. Ooh, that lap truck right there got in their way. Needs to understand the situation here of that's going to be the leaders. Lap truck now. Robbie needs to fall back in line. There you go. Good job. That allowed Turner to get up there, though. The chicken pit machine. Man, got chickens. Oh, we got ducks, chickens. There's the cows and pigs. That's right, Cook. Timothy's looking pretty strong. He's right there with them. He's doing what he needs to do. Just patience. I mean, don't do anything crazy. Let these guys, man, get up here and do all the craziness. Just sit back there and ride. And I think that's something that it takes a different mindset, let me say it that way, to not want to, whether, you get that push from the draft and you're like, man, I could just go blowing right by these guys. I can make an aggressive move. But there's no need to yet. And so you sit there. And that's what you need to learn. Bide your time. 13 to go, you might think, well, time's going to run out. Not on this track. 13 to go is still an eternity around this place. So he's got time. Watch what those guys in front of you do. Pay attention. They start bobbing and weaving and doing a bunch of stuff. Maintain your line. Like the 4 machine there, Turner. He's probably itching to get around Richard and them. But just ride. So I got, Cook right now to me is doing textbook drafting and patience. I got to give him credit for that. Guys out front right there, they're wanting to win it now. They're not doing anything wrong either. Ryan, Richard, and Turner. It's a little closer than I'd like them, than I would want them to be. If I was a crewman, I'd be like, all right, guys, separate just a little bit. I mean, they do have about a half truck length, half hood length, I'll get it out in a minute, on each other, so that's good. But I guarantee you, when the laps wind down, watch those 3 guys. They will get awful dicey. And then it's going to all depend on Cook's got to then say, who do I go with? Do I go high? Do I stay low? If I'm Cook, I'd love to stay low. I think that's the play. Let's say Turner goes high. If Cook's got enough run way back where he's at right now, latch up on the back end there, Richard, then he can take that spot away. And he can pick them off one by one. Maybe put himself in a podium in a good position. Who knows? You never know, these guys might wreck. Right now, they've got a good lead. Zach is 2.5 seconds back. And Zach is going to go with the lap machine. Needs that lap truck to push. Then you got Paul back here. He's got the big pack. Bringing that thing with him. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit the likes and shares out there. We're live OSR Network on YouTube, Facebook, and over on Kick. So pick your poison. This is the second pack here, around 6th place spot. 10 to go. Clean Racing League, Talladega Super Speedway. Been an outstanding season so far. Very much have enjoyed it. Again, all the guys here at Clean Racing League, appreciate them. Myself here at OnlineSimRacingNetwork.com, your home for fun and exciting sim racing. Bring this excitement to you. Awesome racing action. And now you can see this second, kind of third pack here. They've all grouped up. If they stay single file, they are still right now 4 seconds back. I understand time's running out, but I would try to stay single file for a little bit. Can they run down Cook and company up front here with Ryan and all? Trevor Ryan leading. They're 4 seconds back. Let's see their lap times as opposed to the lap times up front. They're running 51s up front. 51, 80, 81, 79 up front. Out back here, Zach, who had to make that move real quick. Zach's not going to be the fastest. They are running 50. Oh, that time they ran 53. Wow. So, man, they're leading. And that always confused me about iRacing. 4 trucks up front. 4 trucks up front are faster than the whole group in the back. I just don't think how iRacing has balanced that out too much. In real racing, if they're single file, more the merrier. I don't know if it's something to do with how the aerodynamics maybe depreciate with the more trucks you have or cars. It's got to be something like that. Got to be. Woo, back on the back. Be careful. So we've got this huge pack, and then you got Colt back here just all alone. And he's a sitting duck. So is Kyle Payne. He's feeling it right now. Sykes, though, he's one of the lap down machines. Let's see. Yep, he's first one lap down in that. But it just takes us up to these top 4 machines right now. As long as they stay single file, nose to tail, I think they could be okay. At some point, though, I mean, the last lap, the last turn's when you got to try to make a move. I know you're wanting to, you're itching up there to make the move now, go. It's too early. We've seen that many a times. I mean, you think about what you got to do. I mean, Trevor Ryan out front, he wants to make that truck very wide. Very, very wide. Tom Richards right behind him. He wants to be like a plow truck, see if he can't just kind of go around him. Through him, over him, under him, something. And then Turner back in third. Then you got Cook. He's back there kind of strategizing. What I like about it is Trevor Ryan's up 19 spots. Turner right there in third's up 19. Cook is up 15. Paul back in 6th, up 22. I talked about qualifying. Qualifying on a plate track to me is more or less bragging rights of, hey, I put it on pole. Kind of deal. Because to me it don't really mean much other than bragging rights. I put it on pole. Because you already see you could come from the front, the back, the middle, pit road, get it done. Matter of fact, Timothy Cook came from pit road and is up to 4th. There you go. Wow. So that man right there has came a long way to the front. Just watching his laps wind down. 5 to go. Talladega. Super Speedway, 2.66 miles of pure adrenaline at this place. All right, now I think at this point this is smart. These guys need to race, need to figure it out. 4 wide, here we go. 3 wide, 4 wide. Nope, that's not gonna work. Stop. He got it. No, he's done. Are you kidding me? Smith held on to that truck. Wow. Go back and watch this one more time. Chris Smith held on to this machine. Wow. Bump drafting. Took it 4 wide. Smith got a run, got a little side draft, got into the 33, got down, held on to it, thought he was going to die. Boom, came back up. Are you? Wow. That's all I got to say is wow, wow. The problem is that split that whole field up back there in the back. What do these guys do? I don't know. 2 to go. We're going to get to the white flag. Almost had a big one in the back. Guys held on to it though. Curious to what this front runners do, because when you click that white flag, you can see Cook. I mean, at some point Cook could be stuck also. I mean, it could be just there's nothing I can do unless that lap truck back there helps him. I think that's Cook's play right now, the lap truck. If the lap truck helps him, he might come out of here with a podium. But he's going to need help from that lap truck. Coming out of turn 4. They're going to grab the white flag. Final time. It don't matter. They can all destroy themselves. Whoever gets to the line first wins it. Is it going to be one of these 4 trucks? And you see right there, Turner's looking to the outside, but he's going to have help. And I remember I told you Cook. Is he going to go with him? Yes, he does. And it brings the lap truck with him also. And that right there block might not be what he needed. Yeah, that block might have hurt right there, Ryan. Cook needs to get on the back bumper. Cook needs to get on the back bumper of that number 4. Now is not the time to be shy. He needs to be up there and put that thing in the back end of him. They're coming to the line. Final time. Trevor Ryan is going to pull this thing off. Wow. By a nose. And I think, you know what? I don't know if it's gun shy or what, but Trevor or Tim Cook was not nowhere near close enough to help that outside truck. He needed to be on the back bumper of Tom Richard back there. Or excuse me, Paul Turner. Paul was able to pull second place off, but there's a possibility he could have got the lead. Man, what a finish. What a finish. All right, let's bring up some of these guys here. Let's bring up old Richard here right quick. Tom, join the booth. Got a copy?
How you doing, Joe? Good evening.
Pretty good, man. Well, I'll tell you what, a typical Talladega plate track racing there on the outside. Just barely lost second, but, man, you was up front looking pretty good all race.
Yeah, we started from the back. We started from the pits, kind of anticipating an early caution, and there was a wreck. I don't know. I saw smoke when I came around, and probably about 8-9 cars on the grass, and from there, kind of just worked our way up slowly.
Oh, absolutely. Now, coming to the final laps, I've always said this: when you're on the bottom, you got trucks up high, not a lot you can do. So you're kind of committed to pushing the man out there, Trevor Ryan. but was there any maybe move that you thought about you could have done?
No, I started recruiting help late last week because Justin is really close in the points, so I started recruiting help, and oddly enough, it was me, Trevor, Paul, and Tim that agreed to work together tonight. So I told Paul and Tim with, I don't know, 3-4 laps to go. I said, you guys do whatever you guys got to do, but I'm committed to my teammate here and hoping that we can get a 1-2. We get a 1-3, so we'll take that too.
Hey, no doubt about it. Coming out of here, man, clean, like you said. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
Yeah, Joe, I want to thank you for doing this. I want to thank Fred and admin team for putting on a great league here at cleanracing.net every Monday night. I want to thank Wheels for Warriors USA. Got them on the back of my truck. Non-profit veteran organization helping the veterans in need the most. So a lot of really cool deals getting us to a third place finish out here tonight.
No doubt about it. There you go. Old Tom Richardman coming home third, like you said. Good run for him. Well, Paul here, he had to push. Was able to do it. Paul, Joe in the booth. Got a copy? Paul, Joe in the booth. Got a copy?
10-4.
Well, I tell you what, I think you might have been able to pull this thing off tonight. It's just Tim just did not have up there on the back bumper. What was going through your mind on the last turn?
I needed all the help I could get, but Tom and Trevor were strong on that inside. I didn't get enough push, and it was fun. We the four of us planned on work together, and then the last lap, just anything goes, and so that's what happened.
Oh, it's plate track racing. At least y'all didn't kill each other. That's what I always say. But man, came home, had a good. Hey, still finished second though. They able to squeeze that one out. Awesome run for you. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah. Thanks to you for broadcasting this, and thanks to the league for putting this on. Congrats to Trevor, and thanks to Tom and the guys for working with us. And hope you all enjoyed the broadcast.
Oh, no doubt about it. It was always exciting. Again, congratulations on that second place.
Appreciate you.
There we go. Well, let's bring this guy up. Trevor Ryan held on. Trevor, join the booth. Got a copy?
Gotcha, Joe. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Well, I'll tell you what, out front, I'm usually not a fan of coming on the last turn, being the man out front. I like maybe second, third or so. Was able to hang on. I looked up there, though, and I saw, it looked like Paul was coming. He got second, but the man behind him, I think would have had to been a little bit closer to give him a huge bump. What was going through your mind, though, as being the leader out front?
Yeah, I knew coming to the last few laps here that I was going to be a sitting duck out front, like you said. And if it wasn't for the 34, my teammate Tom sticking behind me, I definitely wouldn't have been able to hang on there. Paul he's damn good at these kind of races, and if he would have had a little more help from behind, I think he would have been able to get around me. But thankfully, Tom stuck with me, and we were able to bring it home.
Hey, like you said, and that's another thing, and I think even Tom brought that up, was the fact of, you had to have friends out here. Y'all worked together, did great. I mean, early in the race, did you feel like you had the truck that was going to be out front?
I was just trying to take care of it early in the race, so I wasn't too sure how we were going to cycle out at the end. But there was that big caution, that big wreck, and we were able to just stay clean. And we just the money stop, we all hit it perfectly, and we were able to just stretch that lead, and it just all worked out.
Oh, no doubt. Like you said, sometimes, man, when everything comes together, it's an awesome plan. Like you said, you can be able to put it in victory lane. Got anybody you want to thank for tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for doing the broadcast. I want to thank Freddie for putting the league on. Tom, my teammate Paul, and Tim for running with me tonight. I also like to thank friends and family. I missed last week due to a family emergency, and it was nice to come back and get a win. I'm thinking I'm doing it for my grandpa tonight.
There you go, man. It's awesome, man. Win for you. Again, awesome to see it. Congratulations on that win, Trevor.
Thanks, Joe.
There we go. That's Trevor. Well, folks, I tell you, again, it's a plate track. One caution. Clean Racing League. These guys, man, are living up to the name. CleanRacingLeague.net. Check them out. If you're looking for a great league, check these guys out every Monday night. Also, check out the Browning Racing League on Thursdays. But for myself and everyone, we're leaving Talladega. It was a good one and a exciting thriller. For myself and everyone, have a good night.